2 month stocks. So at least we just shift the stocks of food not in the silo, but in other places. And other things that the friend of my friend all Bruce Al Gore said that with the global change, the warming, global warming, and so on, the winter is now shorter. So actually, we don't have to worry about putting so much stocks in our food, and we are not living anymore in the era of Laura Ingalls. And now it's only an introduction, and I'm going to come to my presentations about Indonesia. And I think that I have to answer your curiosities. What is the 220 million mouths will do with the new era of globalization and the impact of the high commodity prices? First of all, I would like to give you an idea or his philosophy of what the Indonesians' behavior on the 1 or 2. My late mother-in-law used to say that the Indonesian is the children of a paradise, because if any country usually promote only 3 S, the sun, sand, and sea, Indonesia have 5 S. It's sun, sand, and sea, and including sleep and smile. So we have exercise smile today with Dr. Salim, and sleep. Mostly Indonesian is still sleeping. And they are really not very responsive to a shock, actually. I give you some nice story that told by our founder of the Agribusiness Club and also a former Minister of Agriculture in Indonesia, that at one day, there are 4 people sitting around the table. One is American, the other one is German, the other one is Chinese, and the other one is Indonesians. And somebody come in with a strange animal and then put it on the table. So the Americans start thinking, what kind of business I can do with this animal? And the German look around, and then thinking, what is the species of these animals? And the Chinese have another thought. How can I eat this animal? How can I cook it? And what the Indonesian do? He step up from the chair and go backward. Is this animal bites? So the story is that the Indonesians not so very responsive to change. They prefer to have a very stable life. That's one behavior. And the other behavior is that they don't like to be cornered. Once they are cornered, they are very creative. Indonesian is very creative. So don't ever corner them. There's a legend in the Middle Java that there's once upon a time a very powerful king fall in love with a princess from other states. So he came there and proposed the the princess for marriage. But the princess didn't like him. So she gives an option. I will marry you if only that you can make 1,000 statues in one night. And you must finish before the cock crows. So this king is very powerful, like a Superman in America. So he started making the stone statue. And the prince, at 3 o'clock in the morning, he almost finished with 1,000 statues. But the princess is also very clever. So she called her servants to bring the wooden sticks and the stamping blocks that they use for stamping paddy for the husking. So start stamping now. And all the servants start stamping. And the cock thinks that the sun is rising. So it starts crow. So, so the king cannot finish the statue. So it's only one statue left. So he pointed out to the princess, and now you are the number 1,000. So the statue of the princess is still now in the temple in Middle Java. So the message is never corner Indonesian, because they are very, very creative. So I will show you in practice how it happened. So, oh sorry, it's very bad pictures. Can you see in your handouts? Yeah. There's a world map, and you see that Indonesia is on this part. Maybe some of you never been in Indonesia, or sometimes I still have been asked, where is Indonesia? So Indonesia is just here. It's between the Pacific and the Indian Oceans, in Asia and Australia, and it's 17,000 islands. It's the pearl of Ecuador, what people call. And unfortunately, if you see that the world is rather very inefficient, if you see that most of the grains produced here in America and the EU and so on, and then the biggest populations of the world, almost 3/4 is here, starting from India, and China, and Indonesia is the 4th biggest populated countries in this world, after US. And of course, it's a business for Jack, because he has to transport millions of grains from this area to that area, and whether it's Cape or Panamax or Handymax, whatever, your business is just around these 2 continents. Okay, and it's very inefficient, and it adds up at least almost 10 years ago it's only $25 per ton. Now it's going up to 80, 100, and it has been once up to 150. Is that project? Is that true? So, but his business. So with this situations, we are of course not happy, because we do not eat only the soybean, but we also eat the fuels that we have to pay for, the fuels that transporting the goods, the grains from here to this site. And and here's Indonesia. You see that, and please mark some areas, provinces that will be very important for you. This is the North Sumatra area, this Lampung area.